The Amtrak train was about 40 miles south of Seattle when it approached a curve. With a jolt, it came off the tracks. All of a sudden, we felt this rocking and creaking noise, and then all of a sudden it felt like we were heading down a hill, and the next thing that we know we're being slammed into the front of our seats and the windows are breaking, Chris Carnes, a passenger, told CBS News affiliate Kiro TV. Then we stop, and there's water that's gushing out of the top of the train, and all the lights go out and people are screaming. He had been sitting in a car toward the front of the train, and the emergency doors weren't working. He had to kick out a window with the help of other passengers to get out, jump into some bushes and climb onto an embankment that led to Interstate 5, he told the Seattle Times. Passengers around him were bleeding, he said. One person was lying on the ground on the embankment. It looked like he might have been thrown from the train, he said. Military police, firefighters and medics arrived at the scene. For train cars that had derailed in the woods, rescuers were using chainsaws to get passengers out, authorities said. The train had been making its inaugural trip as part of a new rail service Monday morning from Seattle to Portland, or meant to cut the travel time between those cities when it derailed in DuPont, Washington, while crossing a bridge above a busy highway, authorities said. At least 13 cars jumped the track. At least 3 killed after Amtrak train derails in Washington state, spilling rail cars onto busy highway. A Washington State police spokeswoman said 3 people had been confirmed dead and about 100 were transported to hospitals, many of whom remain in critical condition. It was unclear whether everyone had been accounted for. It felt like the end of the world, and I was standing amid the wreckage, said Emma Schaefer, a modern dance student who had been napping with her shoes off when the train derailed, according to the New York Times. She was in a coach car that dangled from the bridge. A parent trapped nearby in the restroom with a baby banged on the door for help. Patricia Freeman, a passenger who had been sitting in the lounge car, told All Things Considered on NPR that she felt a sudden lurch and instantly knew the train had come off the tracks. She tried to grab a table, she said. There was a huge impact on the side of the train and I just went flying to the other end of the car, she said. And then I was pinballing around on the floor of the car trying to catch a table leg or something. I couldn't see anything, it was pitch black and there was dust falling. And people were screaming, she said. An Amtrak employee was able to break open a window and told Freeman to escape through it, she said. They climbed up a steep, muddy hill. And then we just stood there in the rain looking down in disbelief, she said. The derailed train cars crushed at least 2 vehicles passing on the highway below. One train car somehow ended up under the bridge. Another dangled from the bridge, piercing the roof of the train car below.